Hi guys. Welcome to Science Info District. Let's see how earthquake has affected Turkiye and Syria. Collapsed apartment buildings, rubble strewn across streets, families sheltered in tents in a soccer stadium. Initial imagery shows widespread destruction in Kahramanmaras, Turkey, a city of about 400,000 located between the epicenter of the devastating magnitude 7.8 earthquake on Monday and the unusually strong aftershock that struck hours later. The magnitude 7.8 and 7.5 earthquakes that struck southern Turkey and western Syria on February 6, 2023, caused widespread destruction in both countries. The initial earthquake emanated 18 kilometers, 11 miles, below the land surface. The shallow depth meant the earthquake produced violent shaking that affected areas hundreds of kilometers from the epicenter. There was widespread damage and tens of thousands of fatalities. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said on Twitter, search and rescue teams were immediately dispatched to the affected area. Interior Minister Süleyman Soylu urged residents to refrain from entering damaged buildings. On February 7th, President Erdogan declared a 3-month state of emergency in the 10 affected provinces: Adana, Hatay, Osmaniye, Kahramanmaras, Gaziantep, Kilis, Şanlıurfa, Adıyaman, Malatya, and Diyarbakir. The first earthquake was the strongest earthquake in Turkey since the 1939 Erzincan earthquake of the same magnitude, together with which it is the second strongest in the history of the country after the 1668 North Anatolia earthquake. It was felt as far as Egypt, Israel, Palestine, Lebanon, Cyprus, and the Black Sea coast of Turkey. A large winter storm hampered rescue efforts, dropping snow on the ruins and plummeting temperatures. Due to the freezing temperatures in the area, survivors, especially those trapped under rubble, have been at a great risk of hypothermia. Collectively, the earthquakes are estimated to have caused $84.1 billion worth of damage, ranking them the fourth costliest earthquakes on record. It is the deadliest natural disaster in Turkey's modern history. The Ministry of Environment, Urbanization, and Climate Change conducted damage inspections for 763,000 buildings. At least 41,791 buildings in 10 Turkish provinces were heavily damaged or destroyed, leaving about 150,000 people homeless. A damage assessment by the Turkish government revealed at least 61,722 buildings would have to be demolished, including 11,900 in Gaziantep province, 10,900 in Hatay province, 10,800 in Kahramanmaras province, and 6,600 in Malatya province. Syria. Syria is home to one of the oldest civilizations in the world, with a rich artistic and cultural heritage. Modern-day Syria, a country located in the Middle East on the shore of the Mediterranean Sea, is one of the most ancient inhabited regions on Earth. On February 6th, Syrian media reported a large number of buildings collapsing in the northern Aleppo governorate, as well as several in the city of Hama. In Damascus, many people fled from their homes onto the streets. Syria's National Earthquake Center said the earthquake is the biggest earthquake recorded in its operational history. According to Sana, the state news agency, President Bashar al-Assad held an emergency meeting with his cabinet to organize a rescue plan for the most hit regions. It was estimated that up to 5.37 million people across Syria might have been made homeless, while a total of 10.9 million people, nearly half of the country's population, were affected. About 20,000 homes were affected in Aleppo, putting 70,000 people without homes. In Raju, a prison facility experienced cracked walls and doors. At least 20 prisoners, believed to be Daesh, ISIS, members, escaped the facility. In Damascus, many people fled from their homes onto the streets. In the northern parts of the city, many buildings sustained cracks. Many buildings in Syria had already been damaged by an almost 12-year-long civil war. The Crusader-built Castle Margit suffered damage, with part of a tower and parts of some walls collapsing. Cracks also opened up in the walls of the famed Croix de Chevalier's castle. The citadel of Aleppo was also affected. A total of 490 adobe buildings had partially or fully collapsed, while thousands of others were damaged in northwestern Syria. The minaret of the Grand Mosque in Kobani was also damaged. Lebanon. In Lebanon, residents were awakened from their sleep. Buildings in the country shook for up to 40 seconds. In Beirut, residents fled their homes and stayed in streets or drove in their vehicles to flee from buildings. Overall, the earthquake's impact on Lebanon was limited, with some buildings damaged in the cities of Tripoli, Minya, El Mina, and Burj Hamaud, and one house collapsed in Rashia. Israel. In Ashdod, Israel, a building was evacuated after cracks were observed on a pillar. In Nicosia, Cyprus, some windows cracked, and the wall of a house collapsed, damaging 2 nearby vehicles. The USGS Prompt Assessment of Global Earthquakes for Response Service estimated a 35% probability of economic losses between $10 billion and $100 billion. There was a 34% probability of economic losses exceeding $100 billion. The service estimated a 36% probability of deaths between 10,000 and 100,000, 26% probability of deaths exceeding 100,000. Risk Layer estimated a death toll of between 23,284 and 105,671. According to geophysics professor Afgan Ahmet Erkin, 180,000 people or more may be trapped under the rubble, nearly all of them dead. The World Health Organization said up to 26 million people may have been affected, 15 million in Turkey and 11 million in Syria. The challenges facing Turkey's economy are myriad, and regardless of how the upcoming 2023 elections turn out, the road ahead seems likely to be rocky. What do you think? How long would it take Türkiye to come out of these after effects of earthquake? Let us know in comment section. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and press bell icon for more interesting videos.